It's going to be quite the spring-like day ahead of a cold front that could bring us severe storms later tonight. I'll have all the details for you coming up.
So when you can take off some of that burden of worrying about paying for things and senior dues and all of that, I think it's just a good thing.
A really good thing. People in Lawrence County send an outpouring of love and support to a teen as he recovers from a shooting and losing his mom. We explain how you can help out as well.
And a bill at the state capitol could expand the reach of student apprenticeship programs in the Peach State, what the Georgia Senate's considering, and what it could mean for employers.
One Macon woman is making history on stage and behind the scenes of the Macon Little Theater. I'm going to introduce you to her in just a few minutes.
Well, good Thursday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6:31 a.m. on this February the 17th, Central Georgia. Happy Baby Friday. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Wanye Reese.
And I'm Caitlin Heck. When you step out the door this morning, what a difference.
Oh, yeah.
So much warmer than what we've had all the rest of this week, Courtney.
That's right. Yeah, temperatures are in the 50s to start the day. Some of us even in the mid 50s. Definitely a different feel from the 30s that we had, and even some upper 20s just 2 days ago. You're looking live on top of Atrium Health Navicent in downtown Macon. Area wide, like I said, low to mid 50s. Check out Unadilla and Cordele. They're closer to 60 this morning. We're at 51 in Warner Robins, 52 in Gordon, 59 in Thomaston, and 50 degrees in Eastman. So some of you might not even need a jacket. Personally, I need a light jacket. What else you're going to notice this morning? The moisture in the air. It's on a little bit thicker. Now, no, this isn't summertime sticky, but it's not quite as dry as the air has been. And I think that my hands are going to be very thankful for that. Boy, have my hands been so dry with all of the cold and dry air that's been in place. Either way, you're going to notice that extra moisture out there for the start of the day. As we head through the afternoon, partly sunny skies, a very warm afternoon. In fact, 82, that would break a record today in Macon. The record is 81, set back in 2018, all ahead of a front that could bring us severe storms. I'm going to time it all out for you. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. We start this half hour with news out of Lawrence County as people are rallying behind a 16-year-old. This comes over a week after a murder-suicide involving his mom and stepdad.
The sheriff's office says February 7th, a man killed his wife, shot his 16-year-old stepson, and set their house on fire before taking his own life. Russell Graham was the teen who was shot, and he is expected to make a full recovery.
His football coach describes Graham as a great kid with great character and says he's proud to be a part of a community that supports one another.
We want him healthy, we want him mentally back with us, ready to go, and we want to be there and just meet his needs and whatever we can do for the kid.
Graham's coach isn't the only person who thinks highly of him. So does Rena Williams. She's the mom of one of his friends. She's known Graham since he was in middle school. Williams started 3 different fundraisers just to help him out, Caitlin.
And that includes a GoFundMe, a fundraiser selling $5 bracelets that say our Superman Russell Graham, and a checking account to help pay for his senior year expenses.
It is a worthy cause. It's going to go where it needs to go, and I'm an educator myself, so just the love of kids, that's my calling. So this is what I need to be doing for him.
Williams says Graham's junior prom is coming up in April, and the community has already taken care of those expenses for him.
Yes, Caitlin, and I've seen Ms. Williams posting on Facebook, and it's just so great to see her jump into action as soon as everything happened to make sure that he was getting that help that he needs, you know?
That is so important, especially in this time of his life, just to know that so many people love and support him.
That's right. Now, if you want to donate, we have all the ways that you can do that. I just want you to look for this story on our website. It's at 13wmaz.com. The time is now 6:33 a.m. Now to 3 other stories that you need to know right now. We're learning more about a robbery out of Warner Robins CVS over the weekend. It happened at the one on Watson Boulevard near Highway 41. Warner Robins police say after a man robbed the store Sunday afternoon and drove off, an employee followed him down the highway into Centerville with a gun. Police are looking into whether the employee only shot in the air, though. When it comes to the robber, right now police do not have a car tags or know the person's name.
Well, a man accused of shooting a bank teller and killing a Warner Robins store clerk faces a new charge. Investigators arrested Victor Denard last week in connection to a string of crimes from November to January. That included a home invasion, a bank robbery and shooting, and a dollar store robbery and deadly shooting. Now he is also charged with conspiracy to commit armed robbery. Authorities say investigators found evidence Denard planned to rob a Wells Fargo on Watson Boulevard. A 16-year-old boy now faces murder charges after a deadly shooting outside an East Macon gas station. This happened just before 9:30 Sunday night at Quick Serve on Chevron on Emory Highway. The Bibb Sheriff's Office says someone shot 30-year-old Trey Smith and 27-year-old DeBarius Sanford. Yesterday, investigators arrested a teen in connection to their killings. He is charged with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of cruelty to children, and 4 counts of aggravated assault. He's being held at the Youth Detention Center without bond.
Turning to the latest in the federal hate crimes trial related to Ahmaud Arbery's murder, prosecutors will continue to call witnesses this morning. Yesterday, text messages and social media posts were at the forefront of the trial for the 3 men convicted of murdering Arbery. An FBI witness testified that Travis McMichael and William Roddy Bryant repeatedly used racial slurs in text messages and on social media. The FBI wasn't able to access Greg McMichael's phone because it was encrypted. The 3 defendants are accused of violating Arbery's civil rights and targeting him because he was black. They've all pleaded not guilty. Let's get you to some other news happening across our state. A redistricting plan for the Georgia Public Service Commission is moving forward.
Now, it may prevent a Democratic challenger from running against Republican Commissioner Tim Echols in this year's election.
Yesterday, the majority of a Senate committee voted for the Senate Bill 472. It would redraw the Service Commission's 5 districts.
District 2 Commissioner Echols is up for re-election in November. Democrat Patty Duran won't be able to run against him if lawmakers approve the new map because it draws her county out of Echols' district. And a Georgia lawmaker says he expects major changes to a bill addressing the state's mental health care system. Bill sponsor Todd Jones says the work on that legislation continues. A key provision of the bill aims to pressure private insurers to provide the same level of benefits for depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders as they do for medical conditions.
The Georgia Senate's considering an over $1 million funding plan that would create a new state apprenticeship program. Yesterday, the Senate Economic Development and Tourism Committee debated Senate Bill 379. It would create the new program under the technical college system of Georgia. Employers could apply to host up to 5 apprentices at a time, collecting up to $10,000 each when students complete the program. Well, the time is now 6:37 a.m. and Courtney, just walking outside this morning, I just had on my light 13 WMAZ windbreaker, but I could tell there was a lot more moisture in the air, and I was like, it's warm. We got this cold front coming through, so it's all the ingredients for the perfect storm.
That's right. We always say you can feel when it's going to be stormy outside. It definitely feels like a spring-like setup, and it is going to feel very spring-like today as we wait for that front. In fact, record heat is possible today. Our high temperature, I have us forecast at 82 for Macon this afternoon, and the record 81 set back in 2018. If I'm not mistaken, I said this the last time I showed this graphic, I think 2018 was the year that we hit 100 degrees in May. So as much as I want the warm weather, slow down now. We don't need 100 degrees in May. So hopefully this isn't setting the precedent for that. But do know it is going to be a very warm day, and that's not just the case for us. That is also the case out to our west, and you can see places like Mississippi and Alabama, a level 3 out of 5 threat for severe storms. Tornadoes will be possible here as we head into the afternoon. Here at home, thankfully, we have a more isolated threat. It does look like our threat remains isolated through the overnight hours. All of central Georgia under that level 1 of 5 threat for severe storms. What we're looking at, damaging wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour. Also that very heavy rainfall. So when you go to bed tonight, very important that you have a way to receive weather warnings. And we like to tell you more than one way to receive weather warnings. So a weather radio, that's always great to have here in the southeast as we head into severe weather season. And then also the 13 WMAZ app. It's great. It'll send alerts right to your phone. You just need to be sure you turn on those notifications. And also we'll have the chance for some lightning. When you have thunderstorm activity, you can't have lightning without thunder or thunder without lightning. So what we're watching is this weather system that's out to our west. It's also bringing snow to parts of the Midwest. This weather system expanding very, very far across the lower 48 states. As we go through the day today, high pressure, that's still technically in control. And what it's going to do is bring in a southerly wind for the day today. That's going to give us the very warm and slightly more moist air. I always try to avoid saying that word. There's no getting around it in the weather world. Either way, high pressure is going to battle the lower pressure along this front, and that's going to leave us very, very windy today. Right now, the breeze is fairly light. I'll show you the numbers in a second. But for the morning, with that southeasterly flow, thanks to that high pressure off the coast, temperatures are in the low to mid 50s. We're at 51 in Warner Robins, 55 in Cochran, 52 in Gordon, and 57 in Montezuma, 54 in Forsyth, and 50 in Eastman. A much warmer day as you head out the door. Like Wanye said, just had a light windbreaker on. That's really all you're going to need for the morning. For the afternoon, clearly you're not going to need any kind of jacket. When it comes to the wind, right now for the most part calm, but in some spots a light wind is starting to pick up, and it is going to be breezy today. It was breezy yesterday. It's going to be even more windy, I should say, for today. No wind advisory criteria, but that is the case for a very large portion of the southeast. Today, expect wind gusts generally 20 to 25 miles per hour. We could have isolated gusts higher than that, upwards of 30 as we head into the afternoon, so really past lunchtime. A few light showers possible as we head through the evening. Then here comes our front as we head towards 1 a.m. 1 a.m. we open up that window of opportunity for severe storms. This pushes off to the southeast. Heavy rain, gusty wind, and any severe storms. We're talking wind gust upwards of 60 miles per hour. We bring that threat to an end around 5 o'clock in the morning. So bad news is this is an overnight threat. Good news is it's out of the way by the time you're up and going for your Friday. The second half of Friday looks great. It'll be windy and cooler. We'll stay dry with temperatures in the 60s through the weekend, and then rain returns as early as Monday of next week, and we're back in the upper 70s by Tuesday.